My name is Dr. White, and I'm from California University of Pennsylvania, and I'm a wetland scientist. So the station that I have here today talks about what we do with wetlands, such as the one that you have over here on your right. And we monitor for plants, we monitor for all the aquatic life that's in there, and we look at it because we want to check the biodiversity, how many organisms and different types of organisms are actually in the system, and it tells us about the health of the system. So what I'm trying to do today is just show you all the tools that I use, from global positioning systems to the water quality probe here that tells us how well the water quality is in here, is it what we want it to be, and just try to give everyone a good overall perspective. The last thing I'll say is you have a natural wetland here, which is at the end of your AMD system. So all of the mine drainage is flowing through the wetlands, and it finally gets to a natural wetland, and these wetlands act as filters for your kidneys, and they clean everything up before it's discharged back into Swickley Creek. And that's what we're trying to show with this equipment and this water quality monitoring equipment.
Coke ovens we are restoring out at the other Swickley Creek Watershed Association site near Mount Pleasant. We started working on them a couple years ago, just kind of clearing the brush away and everything, and now we got all that done, so we're working on getting these completely restored to some degree and opening them up to the public more for interpretation. This is a history book I wrote on them, and just a collection of some of the postcards and stuff of how the ovens looked back in the day. A couple mining relics, I guess, and things like that.
Hi, I'm Jace Marsh. I'm with Mountain Watershed Association from up in Melcroft in the mountains. Today, Lowber Field Day. Hopefully I'm going to have a great day. I'm demonstrating this miniature model watershed. It's called an Enviroscape. So watershed is basically an area, like a basin, where all water comes to one water body. In this case, it's a lake. So I'm going to be demonstrating with the kids. We have sludge, road salt, pesticide, soil, amongst other pollutants that get into your waterways. They're all just food-based, by the way. No real actual chemicals are used. But so we're going to be demonstrating putting like soil, fertilizer, pesticide in the farmland, fertilizer up in the golf course, construction sites taking the grass and all the land cover off, causing erosion, and what have you. And hopefully it'll give a good example of what goes into your local water bodies.
So this is Menasha Packaging Company. We are a local company. We're nationally headquartered in Neenah, Wisconsin. We're 170 years old, one of the oldest family-owned companies in the country, in the United States. We produce corrugated displays and packaging. So any fluted materials that is paper-based, that's what we produce out of our facility. We're here today, myself personally, I'm involved with Swickley Creek Watershed, do some volunteer work, believe in what these guys are doing here. Our facility locally is located just off the bank of the Swickley Creek, so we're only about 50 to 100 yards from the creek.
At Greensburg. What I'm doing here today is showing everybody who comes by how to gauge how clean the river is. You know, we have this great treatment system here to clean up the acid mine drainage, but the big question is, what is it doing to the stream? Swickley Creek is the receiving water. So what I do and what my students do, we collect organisms from the stream, tiny little organisms. We call them benthic, that means bottom dwelling, macroinvertebrates, and they're a very easy and common way to find out the condition of the stream.
Hi there, my name's Austin Earhart. I'm a board member on the Swickley Creek Watershed. And today what we have is a little table set up talking about the activities that the watershed's involved in. Obviously, the crown gem of our work has been this work in Lowber, this project here. Basically what it is a passive filtration system to get the iron oxide out of the stream before it gets into the stream. From the mine discharge here, which is found just to the other side in that fenced off area, water runs through the system through a series of 6 ponds and into an engineered wetland. Out of the mouth of the mine, it discharges at 1,800 gallons a minute, which is an incredible amount of water. And that will flow for eternity. Once that infiltration is started, it will not stop. So you need a system like this or something of that like to filter it. Through these little troughs that you can see here, the water is aerated, which activates that iron, becomes heavier than the water, and settles to the bottom of the pond. That process continues through those first 6 ponds. By the time it exits the 6th pond, 85% of the iron
is, in a very simple term, using multi-million-dollar satellites to find Tupperware in the woods. That's the geocacher's joke. We actually use the global positioning satellites to follow coordinates, to find all sorts of different containers in the woods, in shopping centers, you name it, you can find it.